So you're going to start the warm-up with side-to-side banded steps to warm up the glutes and your IT bands. This is really going to get some blood flow and get all the proper muscles firing for a leg day. You're then going to do these single leg kickbacks. Single leg really gets your stabilizer muscles going in the foot that is planted, and the kickbacks are going to work your glute and your hamstrings. You want to perform about 8 to 10 of these on each side, really focusing on stabilizing that foot that's on the ground. We're then going to do a small explosive movement to warm up the quads and the hip flexor. All you're doing is pulling the band with your knee up towards your chest as quickly as possible. You're going to do about 8 to 10 on each side. Really make sure you're activating your core in these and you're not just pulling. The idea behind this is to get the hip flexor and the lower abs working properly. You're then going to slide that band above your knees. Push the band out. Do not let the band pull your knees in. One of the biggest mistakes people make in squats is their knees collapse inward. This is due to weak glute muscles. So doing this exercise with the band really forces you to push your knees out and resist the band from pulling your knees in. The next exercise is going to be an isolated glute bridge hold while alternating lifting one foot up and off the ground. The reason for this is because the glute hold is going to activate your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, and your core. By switching back and forth to single legs, it gets the stabilizer muscles going as well. This is super important for the squat and for making sure that all the proper muscles are firing. You then can perform about 8 to 10 glute bridges, really making sure you're squeezing your glutes and your hamstrings up at the top while continuing to push your knees out with the band so that your knees do not collapse. This is a great exercise for warming up for leg day. We want to warm up the upper body with some pass-throughs. Pass-throughs are great because it really gets blood flow through the shoulders and the upper body. On top of that, though, it just helps get everything in your traps and the upper back nice and warmed up, since we do use our back a lot in holding any kind of leg exercise or squat. We're then going to do just some really simple good mornings. You want to push your butt back and load the hamstrings to make sure you're doing this correctly. And then you're going to squeeze your glutes to stand back up. Super simple. It mimics a deadlift, but gets your hamstrings going. And the last exercise is going to be a front lunge with a rotational twist. This is just to get the core, everything moving, mobility first, stretching after. Enjoy.